Welcome to this very anticipated broadcast. And if anything, it's anticipated by me because I'm going to be sharing with you from a live good perspective why waiting on spillover is dumb. Okay. I have held off on doing this video for a very long time because I just didn't see what people didn't see. Okay. But today I'm going to try to shut this door and make it crystal clear for people who are in Live Good, right? Who it matters to. And even the people outside of Live Good who it doesn't really matter to, but they care. They care because they post, they comment, they're always seeking some sort of feedback from Live Good affiliates. And so this is really going towards the people who it financially affects. But for those of you who are looking over the fence into the backyard of the Live Good family, I'm going to try to clear up some things for you as well. So welcome to this broadcast. My name is Tracey Walker. I'm coming to you live out of Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I live. I'm originally from Chicago. I am a baseball mom. It is baseball season, so I'm busy with that at the 10U level. My son does travel ball. He also does rec. I am also a documented seven-figure network marketing leader, okay? And so I've been building in the network marketing industry full-time for 16 years, I believe it is this year. I've made a lot of money. I've helped a lot of people. Speaking of, I am a master recruiter, okay? And so one of the skill sets that I bring to the marketplace is being able to teach people how to recruit. I've recruited hundreds and thousands of people into my opportunities over the years. That's documented. That is a fact. And I love to automate everything, okay? Because as a busy single parent, I like things working when I'm not able to sit at the computer and when I'm not able to, just hover over my business. I'm a firm believer in working on my business and not in my business. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this spillover thing. Since I got started it with Live Good, which was in January of 2023, the time of this video, this is September of 2023. When I got started, I saw people begin to start posting things in terms of marketing messages like earn up to $2,047 without recruiting, right? And so I immediately, because I understand compensation plans, I'm not the expert of all compensation plans, but I'm pretty well versed, okay? And I can get some things wrong, but a lot of times I'm not. A lot of times I'm not. Maybe sometimes I am, but this time I'm not. So I started doing a little bit of research on that. I'm like, oh wow, we actually can do that, right? And what I did was I actually did the numbers. Now here's the crazy thing. See, here's a little notebook that I have. It's my marketing notebook, and as you guys can see, this notebook is full. Okay, it's full, and I started this notebook on just taking notes. This particular one, 12/29/2020. You can see that, right? 12/29/2020. So I've been writing in this book and I keep ideas in here and all types of different things. And I believe that it was this book. If it wasn't this book, it's another one. Let me see. Maybe it's a different book I got. But I actually broke down the numbers for this amazing company. And I saw right away how one was able to earn the money and what it would take to earn the money, right? So I'm trying to find this. I should have had this little part ready for you, but I wasn't thinking about it until I kind of started talking, right? So let me keep going. So anyway, I broke down the numbers. And what I realized is that, in Live Good, we're paid 6 different ways, okay? We're paid 6 different ways. And out of those, let me say this, out of those 6 different ways, there's one way that is like the big kahuna, and then there's one way that is like I don't like saying the weakest part, but it's the more long-term vision, right? It's the more long-term vision. I'm gonna find this little diagram, but in the meantime, let me bring this up for you here, okay? Because I want you to be able to fully understand what I'm talking about. All right. So we make money 6 different ways. Okay. So the first way is the weekly fast start. Okay. This is not a hard thing to understand. By the way, this is not a compensation plan tutorial. Okay. But I just want to point out that this is the fast start money. Okay. This is, you enroll someone they get started. The company pays you $25 for each person you enroll. So this is fast start. This is fast. And it's for each person that starts, okay? And this goes up to 10 levels deep, up to the diamond level. Right now, at the time of this video, I'm a platinum, okay? Very soon to be diamond, but right now, I'm a platinum. And so I'm getting paid up to 8 levels on this, all right? So that means if I sponsor somebody, I make 50%. If somebody I sponsor somebody, I get 10%. If they sponsor somebody, I get 5%, and so on and so forth, all the way down to 1%. So I'm leveraged, okay? So this is the power of not just fast starts for me, but as my team develops and contributes to the growth of the organization, right? We're getting paid on that. Great. Matrix. This is the part that everybody spends all their time on. I'm going to come back to this, but I want you to understand this is only one way that we are paid. For some reason, people think that LiveGood is LiveGood. This right here is LiveGood. Oh my God. And it's not. This is one of the 6 ways. Okay. I'll come back to it. See, because this is where the 2000 comes from. All right. Number 3 is the matching bonuses. In reality, this is where the money is in LiveGood. The crazy thing to me is that people spend all their time on the part that is the long term, which is what we're in network marketing for, right? You're not in it to make $10,000 today. It's nice that you know people that have. I've made $30,000 my first month in a company before, right? So I get it. We live in a world where people are so used to the flyers and the promotions and the success stories of somebody who came in and made $20,000, $10,000 in 4 weeks that you have forgotten that the purpose of this is to build over time. It's supposed to be the something that is your part-time that takes over your full-time, right? It's the plan B that actually takes over your plan A. So we spend a lot of time, I see, in the marketplace on the actual part that's the longevity when, I don't even understand, but we'll come back to it, okay? So the matching bonus is really where the money is, okay? This is really where the money is, but I don't see many people talking about that. Maybe because if they did the numbers, their whole point would be mute, okay? Retail commissions is the 4th way. So people talk about, oh, we don't get paid on retail. Yes, we do. We do get paid on retail, right? And not only do we get paid on what I do retail, I get paid on what my team members do retail. For me right now, up to 8 levels, right? I don't care if it's 35 cents. If I made 35 cents while I was at the baseball field with my son, and I had 100 people doing that, I had 200 people doing that, I had 1,000 people doing that, that is still leveraged income. The moment that you can shift your brain out of working for money and yourself and realize that not working for money means infinite return, then you're going to shift yourself into an ability to develop and earn wealth. Until then, you will continue to be focused on linear income, which is tied to your ability to exchange your own time for it, right? And I'm just not with that. And it's okay if you are, but if you understand what this is doing, then this makes sense. So, okay, retail. So we make money on retail up at the diamond level up to 10 levels, okay? Influencer bonuses. So for people who have social media followings, maybe you're not a big recruiter and you don't want to tell a bunch of people to sign up, but you have the ability to reach a mass amount of people because you're into health and wellness, you're into fitness, you're into well-being, and you could send out a link and a bunch of people go and try the coffee, or a bunch of people go and try the collagen, and a bunch of people go and try the CBD oil. Well, now you're going to earn larger commissions because you are basically doing volume. You're basically doing volume, right? And so this is very lucrative and beneficial for those of you who like, oh, I don't want to do network marketing, but you do have a following of people who are health conscious. This makes sense. But anyway, that's the 5th way. And then the 6th way is the bonus pools, which is really a big deal, right? Being able to have a percentage of an earnings in a profit pool of how well the company does. I mean, guys, that is a big deal. Okay. If a company is doing $10 million and then they put 2% in a diamond bonus pool and they split that with all the people in that rank, and then they put another 0.5% in the crown diamond bonus pool, and then all the people that are crown diamond share in that, guys, we are profit sharing. So that means as the company grows, the people that are at these levels take part and they benefit in that as well, okay? So those are the 6 different ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this way, because this way is what most people are hung up on and they're missing it. They're missing the whole entire point. Like, oh, 2.5%. So how does this work, okay? The matrix commissions. So what happens is that for every single person that is inside of your your organization, the company's going to give you or pay you 2.5%, which is like 25 cents, because people are paying $9.95. That is not a secret. That is a great thing, because Live Good is about mass. Live Good is about economy of scale. Live Good is about helping a lot of people. And when you guys understand the premise that network marketing in itself is about a lot of people doing a little, then that's what you want. You don't want a few people doing a lot. That is why people say things like, oh, nobody can make any money, right? Because you have the mindset that only the people at the top are making money. That is the ideology that there's a few people doing a lot. And what Live Good is really trying to display through its compensation behavior is that this is more focused on a lot of people benefiting from the membership. But also, if you're referring even just members, just customers that are, or members that are paying a monthly, their monthly membership just to be a part of the community, that the company's going to pay you 25 cents on every single $10 sale that is made. Now, I know you're used to network marketing, and the thing is, you don't know how to compare. You don't know how to compare one comp plan to another. You hear a number, and that number doesn't sound big to you, but it's like investing. See, when I was trading in Forex, and I mean, I still do trade, but when I was building a trading company, I did 2 companies where I traded, right? One of the biggest things that I used to try to help people understand is that you can't look at your return on investment as a dollar amount. It's about the percentage that you're earning. So if somebody turned around, if they made $5,000, okay, they made $5,000 and they put in $4,500, right? Their return is not as much as if you put in $10 and you made $3,000, right? So I could say, oh, I made 3,000. This person can say they made 5,000. Numerically, it sounds like 5,000 is more, but 5,000 is not more when I invested 4,500 to get the 5,000. If I invested $100 and I made 3,000, my return is greater. Sometimes people are so stuck on dollar amounts because that is what the workforce did to you. The workforce has forced you to think in terms of how much am I going to get paid, and you do not understand business. I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is you have a work brain, and when your work brain is trying to assess investment, not that this is an investment, but business opportunities with leveraged income models, if you don't know how to assess leveraged income, you're going to look at a dollar amount, i.e. 25 cents, and you're going to run with how that's not any money. It's a lot of money because that's how much of a raise you got at your job last year, isn't it? 25 cents. Some of you guys got a 25-cent raise or a 50-cent raise on your job last year, and you're excited about that. I want my raise. I want my raise. That 25 cent in that perspective for you is really good. But the 25 cent that you're earning over hundreds, even thousands, even 10,000s of people, your brain will not let you perceive that that is better for you than your 125 cent over a 25 or over a 12-month period, a 52-week pay period. Okay. So this 25 cent is something that you're going to get paid on every single member inside of your organization, whether you sponsored that person or not. Now, here's where the challenge comes in for a lot of the way, or the way that a lot of people are choosing to market this. And this is why I say do not market this opportunity in this way. Not because it's not true. It is true. It's part of our compensation plan. But the reason is because, for one, it does this. It attracts a lazy behind person. When you tell someone, hey, you can earn up to $2,047.50 without recruiting, it is true, because we have a matrix where people fall into your matrix. Now, if you don't understand that, you can't say that that's a scam. Just say, I don't understand that. Hey, can you show me how that works? That is a much better perspective than to say that that's a scam. You can't do that. That doesn't make sense. It's a lie. You sound like a buffoon when you do that. Okay, especially to people who understand business. So do not So I would say do not market earn this amount of money by without having to recruit, because the type of person that you would attract will be the person that says, oh yeah, I don't know how to recruit. I'm skillless. I am skillless. And because I don't know how to recruit, if I have an opportunity to sit back and do nothing and I can still earn $2,047, that's who you're going to sign up. So now you can recruit. So you're going and you're now using a message and you're talking to people who cannot recruit. And then those people join you and then they don't do anything. Now, when those people come in, they join you, they don't do anything. And then you're the only person that's recruiting. Your organization goes nowhere fast. Now, what does that mean for the people who came in under the pretense that they were going to earn the $2,047 for doing nothing? Well, this is what puts those people actually in a worse position. What you don't realize is that by you recruiting people who don't understand the premise of earning $2,047 without recruiting, right? Or they're taking it very literal from that perspective. You bring a bunch of people into your organization that are not contributing to the growth. Only you're contributing to the growth. So now they're sitting back and they're asking, where's my spillover? Where's my spillover? And what they don't understand is the structure. What they don't understand is the structure of the matrix, which means that because now they don't understand the structure of the matrix and they're stressing out about it. It's no spillover. I've been waiting for 5 months. It's no spillover. Okay. So there's a reason. And the reason is what I'm going to talk about here today. Okay, so I see that you guys are still with me. Fantastic. My sponsor, Tim Miller, is on. I see RJ on here. Hey, Corey, good to see you. Arthur, good to see you as well. And I thought there's other people that are probably on. So stick with me, guys. Okay, this isn't going to be a super long thing, but I want to try to get your mind in the right place first so that you understand what the hell is going on. All right, so let me keep going. Here we go. So this was my little chart that I drew up. Okay, this is my chart, and I ended up putting it on a Canva. In fact, let me see if I can find that Canva. I'm going to see if I can find that Canva, and then I'm going to put that up here as well, because it probably breaks it down for you a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to go to Canva really quickly, and I'm going to see if I can find that. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to show you what I drew out. Okay, this was back in January, maybe February. Okay, this is my original hand drawing. Okay, my original hand drawing, and I said to here, right, live good levels. Okay, live good levels. See over here, it says level 1. Now, level 1, you have 2 people in level 1, which means you also have 2 people in your total team. I'm going to draw this out for you, okay? Then you've got level 2. Level 2 has 4 slots, but you now have a total team of 6 because level 2 would also include level 1. So you've got the 4 on that level plus the 2 in the previous levels above. So that equals 6. And so it keeps going down, right? This is multiplied by 2. So in order to get to $2,047 in a month, you need to have 4,000 people on level 12, which would be a total field matrix at that level of 8,190 people. 8,190 people. Now, is that a big deal? It's a big deal. Or does it seem impossible? It's impossible when you're thinking about traditional network marketing, when the average network marketers can't even recruit 2 people, right? When you're in a binary, for example, and you only have 5 people that you've been able to recruit on that side, to think, oh my God, 8,000 people, that's impossible. I agree with you. But when you're in a company like LiveGood, where the whole premise is to help a lot of people get benefits to what they want in terms of health and wellness products at this current point in time, and it's at a $9.99 membership, you can reach a lot of people faster, thus 700,000 people in 9 months. That's why. Because we're reaching a lot of people faster, because it doesn't cost $500 to get in. It doesn't cost $1,800 to get in. It doesn't cost $200, $150 to get in. It costs $50. It costs $50. Okay. So we can reach a lot of people in a lot of different countries all across the globe easier, and people can start benefiting faster. So 8,000 people, when you have a company that is growing at 25,000 new members a week, is a completely different model than a company saying 8,000 people where you're only growing by 500 people a week. Yes, you'd never get there. So you've got to switch the way you think. You cannot think like slow and steady wins the race. You can't think like that. That is not what this is. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to come over here. I'm going to pull up this whiteboard that I have over here. Where is it? Right here. I'm going to put this whiteboard up because I want to try to draw this out for you just a little bit. Okay. And hopefully this kind of breaks it down and it makes, I'm going to do my best with my mouse because I don't have like a little drawing utensil right here. Okay. So I'm going to do my best with the mouse. Okay. So now remember what I said was that this is a matrix, right? So if I look at this, right, I can put this right here. Okay. And I'm going to make this circle be the sponsor, not you. This is the sponsor. Okay, this is your sponsor. In fact, let me write that in here. Okay, let me write your sponsor in here because see, a lot of times everybody wants to start with them. Now I'm going to start with your sponsor because we're talking about spillover. Spillover comes from your sponsor. Spillover comes from the people above you. Spillover doesn't come from you. Why? Because you ain't doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. It doesn't come from people underneath you because there's nobody underneath you. So therefore, it has to come from somewhere. The rain comes from above. Okay. So this is what this is. Now, the sponsor, right? They come along and they sponsor you. Okay. Your sponsor sponsors you, but your sponsor also has another spot, right? I'm going to try my best to, let me do this. Let me copy this if I can do that. Let's see if I can copy this first. Okay. Or let's do this. Let's just make it easy and duplicate it. Okay. So now your sponsor has two spots, right? Like everybody does. Your sponsor has two spots. You would have two spots. So you've got the sponsor has a left and the sponsor has a right. Okay. We'll do that. And it's not going to be, oops, sorry guys. It's not going to be the most graphically, perfect situation, but you'll get the point. Okay, because I'm just trying to get you to understand how it works and why some of you guys are so bent out of shape about spillover when that's not the focus. That's not the focus. That's the long-term goal. It's like having a baby, getting pregnant today, and then tomorrow asking, well, how come the baby not here yet? I thought y'all told me when I get pregnant, I was going to have a baby. You ain't gave it no time. You ain't gave it no time. It at least take 9 months gestation for a baby to go into that motherhood or fatherhood during a pregnancy stage. And even to have the expectation of a baby the next week would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous. And people would look at you like you are mentally insane. Why? Because everybody knows the baby doesn't get born the next day or the next week or the next month or the next 2 months or the next 3 months, not naturally and not in the way the Most High intended for it to be. There may be other extenuating circumstances, rarities, exclusions to the rule, but that is not the way it normally is. So the same thing when it comes to spillover. This is about the long-term gain. Okay, which means in network marketing, you Amway people, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You guys haven't been in companies longer than 2 years, 5 months, 6 months. How are you asking for spillover? Okay, off my soapbox. So here we go. So the sponsor is here, and the sponsor now has these two spots, right? Okay, so now the sponsor comes in and they tell you, right here, I'm gonna put this you, they tell you that you can get spillover. Right? They tell you that you can get spillover. So you sign up and this is where you happen to go. Okay. And now your sponsor is not a sponsor monster. Your sponsor is not a sponsor monster. So they sponsored you this week. Okay. And now you're like, yeah. Spillover. Fantastic. So now what happens with you? Well, what happens with you is that when you get started, you too have two spots. Right? You too have two spots. All right. So here we go. This is you. Okay. I'm going to try to bring these closer so that it doesn't get kind of, out of whack there. Okay. So now you too have two spots. So here you go 1, and then here you go 2. Right? Now You didn't sponsor anybody, right? Your sponsor is not a sponsor monster. So now your sponsor didn't sponsor anybody but you this month, and you didn't sponsor anybody else at all this whole month. And now you're like, where's spillover? Well, where's it supposed to come from? Where's it supposed to come from if your sponsor didn't sponsor anybody? Magically? The scam would be that somebody is here fictitiously when nobody really sponsored them. The scam would be that you're making money when nobody's there. That would be the scam. The reality is that you're not making any money if nobody is there. So now let's say that your sponsor actually does go out the next month, and then they go and they enroll James. Right? So now your sponsor goes and they enroll James. Well, your sponsor has to fill up their 2 spots first. So just because they sponsor James doesn't go under you. James has to go on the next available spot to what's open to your sponsor, which was this spot right here. Okay, you got that? All right, fantastic. So now let's say that your sponsor doesn't sponsor anybody else because they've been looking and they've been saying, man, there's people that have become diamonds by only sponsoring 2 people. There's people that have become diamonds by only sponsoring 5 people. There's people that have become diamonds without doing this and without doing that, right? So now they're going to sponsor James. Now, what does James do? James turns into a sponsor monster. James is a sponsor monster. So what happens? So now James also has his 2 spots, right? James has his 2 spots. And I know this is a little crazy looking, right? I'm going to see if I can kind of spread this out and make it not so close together. Okay, let's see if I can do that. All right. And let's see if I can do this. This person's cool. Let's put James' name back over here. Okay, let's put sponsor over here. All right. I'm trying to make this better. Okay, there we go. This. And then here, let's try to do this. Okay, so let's, again, a little off, but you guys get the point, right? Okay, so now James has his 2 spots. All right. So now James, boom, and James, boom. So now what does this mean for you? This means you and James are technically sidelined to each other. You're sidelined to James. So James goes and James gets, person 1. And then James goes and James gets person 2, right? So this is James, all right? Now, James people, what does James people do? James people keeps on going and keeps on going and keeps on going. Now, let's just say that your person, your sponsor comes and then they finally sponsor another person, right? Well, now they're going to come in and you would literally have, I'm going to put sponsor for sponsor 1, right? Your sponsor has that slot right there, okay? Now, this 4th level or the 2nd level for your sponsor is already full. It's already full. Well, not except for this spot right here, right? But what happens is that now when your sponsor does sponsor somebody, because now your sponsor is a sponsor monster. So your sponsor not sponsoring 10 people a month, 20 people a month, 30 people a month. Your sponsor is sponsoring 1 person a month and you ain't sponsoring none. The nerve of a person who isn't sponsoring anybody to be wondering why the person up here isn't paying them down here. That I just find that to be so the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me that you're upset that this person isn't going fast enough for you when you aren't contributing in any capacity at all. In fact, you're complaining. You're complaining, okay? Why? Because this person right here, so at the end of the month, you got 25 cents. You got 25 cents and you have 25 cents that you didn't even work for because you didn't sponsor anybody, right? But you still got the 25 cents because your sponsor was able to sponsor a person. Instead of you saying thank you for that, you complain that it's not $2,000 yet. Okay, so now let's keep on going. Now, the way that the compensation plan works, or the way that the placement works, is that when these slots are here, the way that it works is that it will always put the person on the left side first. So in other words, when your sponsor comes in and your sponsor sponsors somebody, it doesn't go like this. Sponsor spot goes here, sponsor 2 goes there, sponsor 3 goes there, sponsor 4 goes there. It doesn't go like that. It goes to the left side first. So sponsor, it would go here, right? Your sponsor technically would go here, but James already has somebody right there, right? So that means the next time that your sponsor does sponsor somebody, they would probably go here, okay? Which would be sponsor 2. So let's go ahead and put S2 right there. Let's put S2 right there, okay? Now, why do we say that when you get started, that you or whoever invited you, if that person is just getting started, that the timing is important? It is important because if you're in one of their top 2 spots, the likelihood of you getting any spillover, which would be at least one person or 2 people, is greater because you're on their first level and their second level. And those are compressed spots. There's only 2 spots. There's only 4 spots. There's a total of 6 right here at this point, right? You are the sponsor plus these 2 plus these 4. That's 6. So now you've got these 2. There's a lady in my organization who has not sponsored anybody. I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to probably show it to you if I can by trying to hide, keep other people's information private, but she got in almost immediately when I got in. She has not sponsored anybody. And right now she's making like almost $200 a month. $200 a month. Why? Because she got in and she was able to lock in a spot closer to the top, which means that her sponsor is a sponsor monster. Me, I am a sponsor monster. So when I came in, I locked up spot 1, spot 2, spot 3, spot 4, spot 5, spot 6. I locked in 30 spots before anybody else had a chance to do anything. 40 spots before anybody else had a chance to do anything. So the people that got in with me did see spillover. If they were in my first level, my second level, possibly even the third level. Why? Because it gets wider. It gets wider. So now what happens is what? Now on level 3, this person, oops, let me do this. I didn't mean to do that. Now this person or this level, right? Now this person is here, right? And now this is going to happen all the way across, right? It's going to happen all the way across, but now this is 2, this is 4, this is going to be 8. This is going to be eight circles at this point, right? And then when we go down here, times 2 is going to be 16. Now, what I'm going to do for the sake of it is I'm just going to try to do like a dot. Okay, I'm going to do a dot so that it doesn't get too wrong bunches like that, right? But I'm going to try my best to just do, let's see, a dot, right? So we get this, oops. I'm sorry, guys. I just make it like this. Sorry. Okay, that's 4, 5, 6, right? 7, 8. That's 8 spots. But then down here, it's 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, it might be a little strange, but let me explain something to you. Now when your sponsor, that you down here, right? Now when your sponsor sponsors somebody, they're going to go here in this spot, right? Now, let's say you're waiting on spillover over here. You're waiting on spillover over here, right? These are your 2 spots. But your sponsor has to fill up this row. Your sponsor, it doesn't go down. It goes left to right, then it goes down. It goes left to right, then it goes down. So if you're here and you're wondering, where's my spillover? Where's my spillover? But you're on level 1, 2, 3, 4. You're on level 4, where there's now 16 spots that have to be filled up. Well, your sponsor would have to fill up the 16. And if you don't have any sponsor monsters in here, it ain't happening. Because you went in and want to tell everybody, your sponsor went and told everybody that it's get spillover. And so everybody's waiting on spillover, but nobody is creating anything. So it's not that the company is doing anything to you. It's not that the company is saying, oh, get paid $2,047, and it's not true. It's the organization that you built, the organization that your sponsor built, based on their marketing message, built a group of people sitting back waiting on a rain dance for the rain to come. They're sitting back waiting on the rain to come, and nobody's creating any rain. So you got a whole group of people that's waiting on a group of people that's not recruiting to recruit, which is what creates spillover. Now your sponsor, who's the only person working, because he didn't recruited all these people who ain't doing jack. Now the sponsor is like trying to recruit to help your behind out, but they got to recruit 8 people here, 16 people here before it even dare gets down here to you. But this might take, by the time your sponsor gets down here, it might take 4 months. 4 months, not because LiveGood's doing anything, but because your sponsor took 4 months to recruit 30 people. Now wait, last I checked, you ain't recruited 30 people in no company, ever. I don't care if it's a binary. I don't care if it's LiveGood. I don't care if it's your favorite company that you feel is the most authentic, the best company on the planet on earth. It could be any company you want it to be. You haven't recruited 30 people. You haven't recruited 40 people. You haven't recruited 50 people ever in any company. And if you had, it only went down one side. If it was a binary, more than likely it went down one side, and you were waiting on what? Somebody to give you a leg. How do I know? Because I've been in compensation plans where I had a leg of a lot of volume, and my job was to build the other side. I've been there, done that. And because I was a sponsor monster, I could match. But a lot of times I had a lot of volume over there where I never was able to match it all the way up, right? But I knew if I kept my recruiting up and I could teach my team how to recruit a few people, that I would match that volume over there. So the difference is that if in LiveGood there is anything, you will get paid on whatever is there. But if you're in another company and you only have one side, and you're this young lady who's in my company, who's in my organization, who didn't sponsor anybody, she wouldn't earn a dime. What she'd be doing is paying her $150 a month on auto ship, not getting anything. So now she's in LiveGood. She pays $10 a month. She gets her products if she wants to get her products. I don't know, because I don't got to hound her and ask her if she buying her products and stand on auto ship. She just pay her $10, and she's making almost $200 a month from doing what? From not recruiting anybody, but because she got in early, it did benefit her. So is it going to potentially work for her? Yes. Is it going to potentially work for you? I don't know. Because A, I don't know what your sponsor is doing. B, I don't know what any of these people are doing. And C, I don't know what your mindset is. The point that I'm trying to make to you is that the function of this compensation plan is left to right and then down. So the deeper that it goes in the levels, this is level 1, it has 2 spots. This is level 2, it has 4 spots. This is level 3, it has 8 spots. This is level 4, it has 16 spots. When you go down to level 5, it's 32 spots, guys. So if you're a person like me, where I've sponsored over 200 people, people are now on my level 8. Why? Because it's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and level 8 is what? 256. So I have 256 spots from left to right that have to be filled before it drops down. So if you join me today, which people are joining me today, you're going to end up being on my level 8. And if you're thinking you're going to get spillover, it's not because I'm not recruiting. It's because now you're on level 8, where I would have to go and sponsor another 200 people to complete that level before it dropped down to go and fill up one spot for you. So instead of waiting on me to build my business, which is what I would be doing, I would be filling my spots. I would be building my business. I would be filling my matrix. I'd be helping other people while I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You're sitting down here minding my business. You're sitting down here minding my business about why you're not getting nothing because you're on level 8. And I got to finish off the way the compensation structure is. I got to finish off this level first. I got to finish off this level first before it drops down to you. So this is why I have said, do not lead with earning $2,047. Is it true? Yes. But if you are not putting context around that, if you are not saying that it's like you got to sit and you don't, it depends. It depends on who your sponsor is. It depends on where you fall in the matrix. It depends on how heavy people are recruiting. It depends on how many people are getting members. It depends on who's staying active. Because guess what? If somebody right here goes inactive, for example, right? If somebody in here goes inactive, let's say this person right here, they go inactive, right? And now this person, they're gone, right? What's going to happen is that this matrix shifts up. It shifts up, which means that now this spot is going to be filled by somebody down here. And now let's just say the computer takes this person and puts this person, let's say the computer takes this person and puts this person over here. Well, what would that do? Well, that would shift everybody this way, and then that might move this person up here. There's all different types of things that are happening, and I might not be 100% accurate on the shifting and how the computer actually does it. But what I'm saying to you is that there are too many things that we cannot control, whereas to tell people that you can guarantee that they're going to get $2,047, A, you can't guarantee anything. B, can they do it? Yes, they can do it, but can they do it overnight? Hell to the no. Can they do it next month? Most likely not. Can they do it in the next 6 months? Probably not. I am building a team and I am actively recruiting, and I still right now inside of my matrix am on the 8th level. There are other levels that have people on them, because like if I sponsor somebody right here and they sponsor 2 people, their people are on my 9th level. Right? If this person sponsored somebody, right, and down here, right, these people are now on my 10th level. So I can have people on levels lower, even though where I'm sponsoring is higher. So this down here, I'm still getting paid on, even if I have all of this that I still have to fill up. Even if I still have all of that I have to fill up. Now, the people that are here, this would be spillover for them. But if these are all empty spots, then there's no spillover. There's no spillover for this person if these are empty spots. I would have to go and fill these spots. I hope that you can understand what I am saying here. Right? I hope that you guys can understand what I'm saying. To keep asking how I've been in for 5 months and I don't see any spillover, it could be a function of where you fail in a person's matrix. And because we do not place people, which is another manipulative thing that companies allow us to do, LiveGood doesn't allow us to do that. I can't take my best friend and put my best friend above all the people who were already here before she got here. The company won't let me do that. So if my best friend signs up, my best friend has to go in the next available spot. And for me, that's on level 8. That's on level 8. So for me to then promise my best friend that she's going to have spillover, when I know I got 256 spots to fill up, I think 160 of them are already filled up, but I got another 100 spots to go, to tell her she's going to get spillover would be a lie. Now, could she get it? Yes. Once I got down to level 9. Once I got down to level 9. And even once I got down to level 9, I would still have to go across all of what? 512. I would probably have to get to 100 and something across from left to right before I even got to the 2 spots that belong to my best friend. And even then, I can't guarantee that who falls in that spot is going to be a sponsor monster, and that she's going to make the $2,047 in 5 minutes. So waiting on spillover, to me, is the dumbest thing that you should ever be doing. It's dumb. My sponsor is Tim Miller. Tim Miller has sponsored like 250 people. You want to know how much spillover I have from Tim? Zero. Last I checked, zero. You know why? Because I understood that, and he's sponsoring. He's sponsoring. But the reason why I don't have any spillover from him is because I came in and started sponsoring. You know why? Because I understand the real part of the compensation plan. Because I understand the real part of the compensation. See, that matrix is not, it's not the money in the compensation plan. That's the long-term residual. That's 1 million customers. That's 2 million customers. And you making 25 cents off of that. That takes time to build. Amazon didn't become a behemoth overnight. Costco did not become a behemoth overnight. Amway did not become a behemoth overnight. The company that you're in probably still ain't a behemoth. And wherever it is right now, it didn't become that overnight. It takes time to build it. And therefore, because I have the long-term vision, I'm willing to sit and capture my 25 cents for every single person, for every single month that comes into my organization from now until kingdom come. I'm willing to sit there and let that accrue while I go get my money, though. I don't mind waiting for the back end money because I'm going and I'm getting the front end money. Okay, now the real money in this compensation plan, let me go back to this. The real money in this compensation plan is actually in these generational matches. It's in this. It's in this. This is why I'm sponsoring. Hold on. This is why I'm sponsoring. I'm sponsoring because I want to match. I'm not sponsoring to fill a freaking spot for 25 cents. You guys got to think. I'm sponsoring because I want to match them. So if I have 102, if I've got 200 people that I've sponsored, let's say I got 160 that's active because 40 people over the last 8 months have stopped paying their $9.95. It's insane to me. They don't see it. Now, some people do get back on, but they lost their spot in the matrix that y'all make such a big deal about. So you want to hurry up and you want to get spillover, and then you don't pay your $9.95. You get kicked out of the spot you were in where you had the most benefit to getting spillover. But then you get kicked out. You go to now my 8th level. If you get back active, you go into my 8th level and they have a worse chance. You have a worse chance of getting spillover. But guess what? I never lose. I never lose my ability to earn 50% off of whatever you earn in your matrix. So if you only earn, like the girl I told you about, she's close to $200 in her matrix and hasn't sponsored nobody. I make 50% of what she earns in her matrix. I make $100 from her in her matrix. Do you guys get that? I didn't sponsor her for the 25 cents. I sponsored her because I wanted her to get value. She wanted to start a business, but she's not a sponsor monster. No problem. But she got in at a time where she fell in a sweet spot where now she's benefiting and getting some spillover, right? So now her matrix, she's earning $200, almost like 180, 150, something like that thing in her matrix. I earn $100 from that. Why would I not want to sponsor her? And then I earn 50%. Now, I've got other people who have sponsored somebody, right? And I earn 10% of whatever's in their matrix. So even if they only earned $50, guess what? I earn $5. I earn $5 off every single person that is on that second level, but I earn it for 2 generations because I'm at least a silver. I won't go into that because I don't want to confuse you guys, but I'm a platinum. So I'm earning 5% on pretty much every single person in my organization for 4 generations. Right? I'm also on those same people. I'm also earning 5% on 3 generations. And on those same people, I'm earning 10% on 2 generations. And on all the people that I personally enrolled, I'm earning 50% of what they make. Why am I worried about 25 cents when I'm literally earning 10 times more money from the matches? From the matches. Like, what is it? Why are you guys so hung up on the 25 cents for? It's because you don't want to take the time to understand these matches. Because if you understood that these matches For a lot of people right now, these matches are 3 to 5 times more what they're earning in Matrix. The Matrix is the long-term money. It's the as the company grows. This is why when you hear people say, oh, the company's at 700,000 people, no, it might not be that everybody has 700,000 people in their organization. But if they got 5,000 of those people in their organization, that's 25 cents times 5. If they got 2,000 people in their organization, it's 25 cents times 2,000. If it's 20,000 people in the organization, if it's 50,000 people in their organization, it's 25 cents times 50,000. And that is happening and it's growing. So if the company is growing and your matrix numbers are growing, that means your residual is getting bigger incrementally. Let's compare that to traditional network marketing, as your residual usually goes freaking down. This is why there is a hump and a bump to constantly keep people on auto ship. Hey, you got to make your order. You got to make your order. Why? Because you start over every month. And if that person does not make their order, your volume goes down. And because you only get a percentage of the volume, it's not dollar for dollar. So if you had 20 points in volume, you don't get $20, right? Most times you get 10%. So if you got 2 legs of business and you got 100 points in volume, and those 100 points in volume is coming from one person because they're paying $150 for auto ship and you're getting 100 points for that, then what you're going to usually get is 10% of that 100, which is $10. So you're making $10 off 100 points and you're complaining because people over here can make 25 cents off every single person. And even if they had, let me just do the math, even if they had, let's say 2,000 people in their organization, they're still making $500 a month. And you're making $10 a month. Because you don't understand how numbers and mass, when you have more people and you can get more people easier and faster, you don't have to pay as much. And that's fine because we have we can make, listen, my mentor, Dagan Smith, taught me a long time ago. He taught me a long time ago. He said, what you lack in skill, you make up for in number. What you lack in skill, you make up for in number. So what do we know about people in network marketing? We know people in network marketing lack the skill of recruiting, don't we? In general, not necessarily me, maybe not you, maybe not Tim, maybe not those people that, your favorite people, but on average, the majority of the industry or the profession of people lack the skill of recruiting. So how do you make up in number for what you lack in skill? By creating an easier barrier to entry where people can get into the business for $50 and they can stay for $10. So we have ease of entry and we have stickiness. We have ease of entry and we have stickiness. So if we have ease of entry, more people can get in. And if we have stickiness, more people will stay. And if more people will stay and you have more people that stay, then the fact that you can't recruit a lot of people, this LiveGood business will pay you on the people that do come there, however they come there, regardless of when they come there. And that is what you got to understand. Stop worried about what I'm doing as the sponsor, for example, because I'm on level 8. What level are you on? If you're on level 1, go focus on sponsoring 2 people so you can earn 50% of whatever they do, because you don't know what they're going to do. You can't control what's above you. You can only benefit fully and see what's happening that's growing underneath you. So why don't you go be a real entrepreneur, offer value to people, exchange a solution for a problem that people have, and get paid for that transaction? Why don't you do that as opposed to sitting back like, a person that just expects something for nothing, even though you could, but it'd be different if you did and you just sat back and you shut your mouth. If you shut your mouth and didn't say nothing, nobody has a problem with it. The problem is y'all all over the internet, you're not even in LiveGood, and you're talking about a 25-cent aspect of the compensation plan when that's not even the big money of the compensation plan. That's the long-term part of the compensation plan. Come holler at me in 5 years about that matrix. But holler at me right now about this. Come holler at me right now about this generational bonus. Come holler at me about that right now. Holler at the diamonds right now about that bonus pool. Holler at the crown diamonds about that crown diamond bonus pool. Holler at people that's recruiting about that fast start. Holler about the people that a gentleman came in and sponsored like 300 people in a day. Now, everybody's not going to do that. But go holler at the people who are doing that. The man came and sponsored 300 people in a day times $25. He made $7,500 in a day. And y'all are moaning and groaning about 25 cents. It's because you want something for nothing. And my whole goal in this video was to show you that the money is in the matches. And I tried to demonstrate for you why you might not see spillover. It's not because, oh, it's a scam. It's because where you fail in your sponsor's matrix, your sponsor either has sponsored a lot of people already, like me, and now you're on level 8, you're on level 9, you're on level 10, and we got to go 256 across. We got to go 512 across. We got to go 1,024 across before we get down to you. That's not an issue with me. That's not an issue with the compensation plan. That means you're coming into this not realizing that I had to also start with 2 spots. I filled my 2 spots. Go fill yours. I filled my 4 spots. Go fill yours. I filled my 8 spots. Go fill yours. I filled my 16 spots. Go fill yours. Right now I'm on level 8. And guess what? I'm going to fill my 256 spots. Go fill yours. You can't worry about what I'm doing in my business because whatever spills over into my business, it's like my cup runneth over. Some of you guys, some of y'all run with these biblical principles until when it benefits you, and then you forget some of the biblical principles. My cup got to runneth over into the saucer. I got to fill my own cup up first before it spill over to you. So if my cup ain't filled up yet, if my 2 levels ain't filled up yet, if my 3 levels ain't filled up yet, if my 4 levels not filled up yet, how are you going to get spillover if my cup is still halfway full? My cup got to get full, then spill over. Do y'all not understand that? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Is it just me? Is it just me today on this amazing day, or what? Because I want you to stop doing this. Marketers, stop marketing this. Not because it's not true. Stop marketing it because without the proper context, you got people all over the internet making ridiculous claims and looking like Dumbo, the elephant. Okay. And I just refuse to address it because my grandma used to say you can't make sense out of nonsense. I just will refuse to address it because it doesn't make any sense. But it's gotten to the point where now I just feel like these people are out of control, So I'm going to put my stamp on it. And then I'm done with this whole situation. This is a native video. It'll be here on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube. And then this is my take on it, right? And I'm done with it. Anybody ask me about it again, I can point them to this video. That's why I'm doing this, okay? But what I'm trying to explain to you is that you must first, if you are being sponsored by somebody who is marketing get spillover or make this money without recruiting, you can do that. But you need to come to the company with the mindset of, I'm gonna ride it out. That needs to be your mindset. It's like if you're going to invest in a stock, in a growth stock, when you invest in an AT&T, or you invest in a Meta, or you invest in a Apple, or you go invest in ABC, whatever it is, you go invest in these companies. Are you literally going to your account every day trying to figure out why you didn't double your money yet? Are you literally doing that? Or do you only do that with network marketing companies because you feel like you have the ability to try to halt their progress? You feel like you have some control over your social media, because if you went and started talking that nonsense about Meta or ABC company, you look like a fool. Because everybody knows you shouldn't be expecting double return on your investment in 24 hours, in 48 hours, in 2 years even. Just depends. It depends on a lot of different factors. The same way you can't control the way those Fortune 500 companies run those companies. You're putting your money in because you just know over time, you believe they're going to grow. You put your money in and you go live your life. Well, that's what you would need to do. This is not an investment opportunity, but you need to have the same thought process if you're not going to build anything. If you just want to wait on spillover, then get in, pay for the year, $135, and then every year after that, $99, pay for the year, and go on about your day. Don't keep coming back to the chat talking about, I've been in for 3 weeks and I don't have no spillover. Yeah, because you're on level 10. Your sponsor's a diamond. You're on level 10, and now your sponsor ain't sponsoring 300 people a week no more. They sponsoring 1 person a month because they don't have to. They don't have to sponsor that many people anymore. So if you're waiting on your sponsor to give you some spillover, it's already been spilled over. So now what you need to do is you need to come in and just be cool. Be cool and just sit back and just relax. If you don't want to come in and sit back and relax, then don't come in with the mindset of getting something for nothing. Come in with the mindset of, okay, let me do what my sponsor did. Fill day 2 spots. I'm going to fill my 2 spots. I'm going to go down next. I'm going to fill my 4 spots. I'm going to fill my next spot. That's all I did. That's all I did was I come in and I worried about Tracey. I didn't come in and worry about Tim. I didn't come in. I have never asked him. I have never in one day asked him ever via text, via chat, via phone call, via smoke signal. Never have I ever asked him, where's my spillover? In fact, I take what I said back. There's one guy that's actually in my matrix, the first spot. And I did call. I said, who is this? And why is he in my spot? He said, oh, that's spillover. I want him out. I don't want the spillover. I want this man out of here because I wanted my full 2 spots. I didn't get my full 2 spots. I only got 1 because there was a guy sitting in there. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So I didn't even have, so my first 2 people didn't even have the benefit of being in my top 2 spots. My first person went to my top right and my second person went to my far left on the second level. And I was angry about that. I didn't want any spillover. I wanted my first 2 people that I sponsored to have the most advantageous positioning. And they didn't because this guy was freaking sitting in there. Nothing I could do about it. I was actually angry there was a person sitting in a spillover spot. And you guys are moaning and groaning because you don't have anybody in a spillover spot. Because I'm looking to help my people and you're looking to be helped. See, that's the difference. I'm looking to help my people and teach them how to help their people. But you're looking to be helped while not helping. You're looking to come to the Thanksgiving dinner, not bring a dish at all, but complain about how all the food don't suit your fancy in terms of your taste buds. That's what you're doing. You're bringing your kids, your husband to somebody else's house. You didn't bring no drinks. You didn't bring no plates. You didn't bring no cups. You didn't bring the macaroni and cheese. You didn't bring nothing. And you're going to come and sit down after you were invited to come. And not only are you not going to say, thank you for inviting me and thank you for not turning me around because I didn't bring anything. You're going to allow me to sit down and eat and partake in this with you. You're the people that come to the Thanksgiving dinner, come to the Christmas dinner, whatever dinner you want to go to. I don't really care. I don't celebrate a lot of those holidays like that, but you're going to come to whatever your Christmas, just Sunday. You want to come to Saturday dinner. I'm cooking dinner on Thursday and I invited you to come and you ain't bring Jack. And I know you hungry and you sit down and you eat and you complain about everything on this spread. How dare you? Like I said, it's the audacity for me. So I am going to suggest that if you have been peeking over the LiveGood fence and you're not in LiveGood, that you either don't worry about what LiveGood is doing anymore because it doesn't pertain to you, or if you care enough, then learn all the parts of the compensation plan so that you can see that there's big hefty parts of the plan. There's parts of the plan that are not as hefty because it's elongated over longer periods of time. There's fast start that compresses, that gives you money right now. There's generational that gives you money monthly, but it pays out over larger numbers of people at greater percentages, that there's the retail aspect of things, that there's the influencer bonus, that there's the diamond and crown diamond. Like, understand that there's 6 different ways. Don't pick the way that is the long-term way to justify why somebody might have only made $19 their first month. Let me explain something to you. If a person made $19 their first month and they only paid $9, that's a plus. Even if they paid the $40 the one time, they still only paid $9.95 for their membership. And they made $19. Okay, fantastic. Now the next month, if their matrix grows, and let's just say they make $20, fantastic. Then month 1 and month 2, they made $39. Now they only paid $50 to get started. They paid $39. Now the next month, let's just say it stayed the same, and now it's $20 again. It don't grow at all. It don't grow at all, but it's $20 again because we have the low barrier to entry and we have the sticky. So the people stayed. So that next month, that third month, that person made another $20. So they made $20 month 1. They made $19 month 1, $20 month 2, $20 month 3. That's 20, 40, 59. That's $59, and they paid $49.95 to get started. They are now in profit after 3 months. Show me a company where you're paying $150 a month, where a person didn't pay, that didn't sponsor anybody, is covering their costs. Show me that. Show me that. Business. Now, let's talk about products. I'm not talking about being a customer. I'm not talking about using the services. I'm talking about from the business opportunity side. I come in, I pay my $300 to start, and then I pay $150 every month, and I sponsor nobody. Even if I sponsor two people, and those two people are worth 100 points and 100 points, it doesn't matter. If I'm getting paid 10% on the 100 points, I still only made $10 for the month. And I'm going to make that same $10 next month. But if somebody falls off and now I'm not binary qualified, even though I already have a person on the other side, they're not going to pay me the $10 for the person on the other side, because I only have one person. And to qualify to get commissions, I need two people. So even though I got a person, the company not going to pay me on the person I got, because I need to have another person. Show me where that is happening on a continuous basis. This is why they say when you have 4,000 to 5,000 people every single week in LiveGood that are actually becoming a bronze, what does that mean? That means that they have sponsored two people, which means they made at least $25 for each person. If they made $25 for each person, and everybody can get started if they want to become an affiliate for $49.95, they have literally broke even. That is what business is about. Do you guys understand business, or are you just stuck like on some type of what? Do you understand when you go and you invest in a Subway? The point is that you invest your money in Subway, and then you work the Subway business so that the Subway business pays you back what you invested, and then you start to get profit. That's what business is. So if 5,000 people a week are getting their $50 back, and we've been doing that for 9 months, almost every week for 9 months, 5,000 people have been getting their money back. I want you to understand that this is a viable business where if people are getting their money back, there's nothing to complain about. What are you complaining about? People complain when they lose money. People don't complain where documented you've got what you started with, and by sponsoring two people or selling some products, you got your money back. Nobody complains about that. Only people complaining about that are the people who are not in LiveGood, who aren't going to make money with it one way or another. Or if you like the guy who I caught who was talking crap, who actually still had a live LiveGood account. The irony is that there's so many people still in LiveGood who's talking crap, but they ain't losing that matrix. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. They are smart. They are not going to give up that $9.95 because they know they're going to get kicked out that matrix. And they know they'd rather sit there and wait than to get out. So be mindful of the person that's faking left going right. Be mindful of the person that's faking left going right. Be mindful of the person who's live good in this, but I got my active account. Watch out for those people. And it's tons of them. It's 700,000 people. Trust and believe it's probably somebody that's talking to you that got an account. Now, there's a lot of people that don't have accounts that talk mess, okay? And people can. But all I want this to really be for are the people within LiveGood, okay? I'm going to wrap it up, and that's it. I didn't even go this long, okay? Here it is. Matter of fact, let me do this one last thing right here. Let me go back to what I had before, okay? Let me go back to what I had before, and let me see if this will help it any, okay? Listen. When your sponsor gets started, they're going to have 2 spots. Say your sponsor didn't sponsor you right away. So they got 2 spots that's open. So now a month goes by, they sponsor you. You fall right here. Now that you fall right here, they got an open spot over here. Well, now when your sponsor goes and sponsors somebody else, they've not fallen under you. There's not spillover because they have another open spot over here. They have to complete their level. They have to fill their cup before they can spill over to you. So if you're sitting here worried about what your sponsor is doing and moaning and groaning and complaining, I don't care if it took 6 months. Your sponsor's the one not sponsoring. Don't get mad at LiveGood for that. Get mad at yourself for that, because you waiting on your sponsor to give you 25 cents. You could have went and sponsored somebody and got $25. Y'all are stepping over dollars trying to get to the pennies. You stepping over dollars trying to get to the pennies. Go sponsor somebody, make $25. Go sponsor another person, make $25. Now, if you don't want to sponsor anybody, that's okay, but don't complain about the 25 cents that you didn't get, because you are in control of your business. You are the CEO of this ship. You have the ability to choose how you want to function. If you want to function as a non-operative entity, sitting back, hoping somebody else gives you welfare, then go ahead and do that. But don't complain about the welfare that you didn't get when you're not even paying for it, you're not contributing to it, you're not working, you're not trying to work, you're just sucking up the system's money. You're just sucking it up. You're just sucking it up for all you can get out of it. And then you mad when they vote not to give you no more. But you're not even using it to your benefit. You're using it to be selfish. Okay? So now your sponsor comes over here, they sponsor this person. Now, if your sponsor sponsors a third person, that third person will go over here. If James does not sponsor anybody, then when your sponsor sponsors another person, it doesn't go right here. It goes under James. It goes under James because our comp plan fills all the left positions first. That way, you and James can make 25 cents versus you making 50 cents, James earning none. So the company says, okay, if you sponsor 2 people and now you get ready to sponsor and you sponsor 2 more people, we're going to help person 1 make 25 cents and we're going to help person 2 make 25 cents. That means everybody get paid. Everybody get paid. Then if I go and I sponsor somebody else, I'm going to put it on the company's going to put it on the right position. Then the company's going to put it on the right position over here. So now you got 50 cents, James got 50 cents. If I go and sponsor somebody else, okay, they're going to go in the left position here. It's going to go in the left position there. You guys get what I'm saying? And then once all the left side positions are filled up, then you keep sponsoring to go on the right side positions. The point is, once you get down here to where you got 16 spots, 32 spots, 64 spots, I'm telling you, unless you know how to sponsor 64 people in a month, don't be looking for no spillover. Because your sponsor working their butt off to fill up their cup. If anything, be grateful. If you don't like it, contribute. But that's how it works. Okay? That's how it works. So now, I have done my duty for today. This was burning me up inside today. For whatever reason, it just was burning me up inside today. And I wanted to make sure I came on here and I at least gave some value back with that. Now, do I expect somebody gonna have a problem with it? Of course. Somebody gonna have a problem with everything. Because when you don't want to see something, you deliberately stay blind. You deliberately do like this. You deliberately want to say, no, I don't want to see the success. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because I'd rather over here. And that's fine. I am not trying to make people who don't want to see something see it. I'm speaking to the people who are unclear, who are expecting something, and maybe now they're having a little bit more clarity. And so maybe you can adjust your expectations, not because LiveGood is doing anything, but because LiveGood is not building the business. We're building the business. So if your sponsor or your sponsor, everybody's struggling to recruit, then how are you, where's the spillover coming from? Where is it coming from? The company clearly says that when you go into the matrix, you go following your sponsor. It says that. Ben Galinsky says that on every single Thursday cutoff. He says it. Go back, go to the YouTube video and watch. He says you come in following the sponsor. But no, those who don't want to listen to what the man is saying or read what the compensation plan says, you want to keep focusing on the power line. And you want to keep you want to try to fit a square peg in a round hole. And nobody has said that everybody in the power line goes into your matrix. Nobody has ever said that. Ever. It's you that's perceiving that. And then you spread that wrong misinformation. And now you're all off the side of the road wrong. All off the side of the road wrong. And then here I come trying to help you, give you a little bit of nudge. Well, honey, that's a little bit wrong. And then you like this, no. And I'm going to leave your butt sitting right there because I don't have time to be on the side of the road. It's hot. It's hot in Atlanta. Okay, I don't got time. I got to get back in my car, get back in my air conditioner. I got to go on baseball practice with my son. I'm trying to help you, but I ain't got time to be sitting out here. I'm going to go help the people that's trying to understand. You understand? So that is how it works. Okay, so Charles, you got it. Okay, Janie said she got to watch it. PJ, Arthur, Natalie, fantastic. Dolores, Luann, Joanna, Alma, Leela. I see you guys in here. I didn't get a chance to comment a lot on your comments. I see you in here, but hopefully right now, you guys have a better understanding. Okay, a better understanding of where the spillover comes from, which is your sponsor, where you fall into the mix, which is in the lineage of your sponsor. I don't care if it's 1,000 people in the power line. I don't care if it's 25,000 in the power line. If your sponsor hasn't sponsored 20, 30, 40 people that are also in the power line, then your chances of having any spillover when you go into the matrix following your sponsor is slim to none, because you're following your sponsor, and your sponsor doesn't have anybody in the power line but you. And you didn't go and get anybody in the power line. So there's no spillover to be had. Our CEO has never said that. Nobody in corporate has ever said that. Our written compensation plan has never said that. It's you guys that are, the misconception is real. And it's not because it was said and, oh my goodness, we accidentally said it wrong. It's because it was never said, but that's the way you comprehended it. and it's sad. It's sad that I'm trying to provide a correction, and some of you guys are going to still rebel against that correction, even though it's in black and white, and even though it's on video, and even though it's everywhere since January. Okay, so have a fantastic day. Hopefully that has helped a little bit. If you still have a few questions about it, I don't mind helping to answer, but I wanted to give this as the crux of what it is, because I don't have the time to kind of go through all of this detail with a whole bunch of people, right? So this is the core. And then after that, then, if you need a little bit of clarity, then we can go from there. All right. So guys, have a great rest of your wonderful day. Waiting on spillover is dumb. Do not be a spillover waiter. Become a spillover creator. In other words, help your team. Stop sitting back waiting to be helped. What a selfish perspective to have if you're going to be in a network marketing business. That's the irony. Network marketing is about helping a lot of people to get a little, essentially, because when you have a few people getting a lot, y'all don't like that either. You don't like it when a few people are getting a lot, because then you say the rest of the people don't have a chance. It's unfair. It's a scam. Well, then when you have a lot of people getting a little, you don't like that either. So how about this? Maybe entrepreneurship, network marketing, that's not for you. Okay, go build your own lawnmower business. Invest in your own lawnmower. Get your own attorneys. Go get your own insurance. Go get your own office space, your own equipment, your own employees. Pay your own taxes. Do that. Do all that. Get your own products. If you want to make products, get your own mold, get your own trademarks, get your own manufacturing, get your own distribution, get your own. And then you don't have to worry about leverage, what we're doing over here. It's okay. You don't have to like the network marketing model. But what I'm not going to let you do is talk crap about something that you really don't fully understand. And if it's the model you don't understand, I'll be happy to explain that to you. If it's the exact compensation plan you don't understand, I'll be happy to explain that to you. But what you do not get to do is run around here with your drawers off, acting like you're doing something, because you're not. What you're doing is you're just showing your ASS. Okay? And I'm trying to help you cover up. Okay? Put some leaves on that stuff. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.